Megan Hicks of I Run Far, and I'm in Healdsburg, California. It's a couple days before the 2018 Lake Sonoma 50 mile. I'm with women's contender Gina Slaby. Hi, Gina.
Hi.
How are you doing? We've talked on the telephone before, but this is my first time meeting you.
Yeah, doing great, ready to go, and happy to be out in sunny California.
Sunny California, where we're shivering right now.
It is a little cold.
But it's supposed to be warm and really great weather on Saturday. You have come out and visit this course. You've run it already, so you know what you're getting yourself into?
Yeah, we ran probably 90% of it and got to see the rolling hills. Got lost a few times,
but
yeah, but got to see the stream crossings and how the course runs. So yeah, we're ready to go.
So when you crossed over into the sport of ultra running a couple of years ago, it seemed like you went for the flatter, faster terrain. And then recently you've been diversifying. Is that a fair assessment of your procession?
I would not really.
Okay.
I've always been I like the trails the most.
Okay.
But my goal last year was to really make a USA team, make the 24-hour team. So that was my focus for last year. But had a great year last year, and now I'm getting back to more of what I'm into doing, and
okay.
It's the trail running, and not so much the 50K distance, because I did a lot of marathons and short, painful, not too, not liking that as much, but more the 100K plus is what I really like the most.
So we've interviewed you by telephone before, but this is our first video interview with you. So I'd love to hear a little bit about you. You're in the Navy, and both you and your husband are Navy folks and ultra runners. Can you tell me about yourself?
So I'm a Supply Corps officer.
Okay.
I've been in for 13 years. I have 7 more years left to go.
Okay.
And
not that you're counting.
Not that I'm counting. But yeah, so I provide logistics support to the shore and our oceanfront customers up in Bremerton, Washington right now.
Okay.
And then I'll be going to Maryland in a couple months, and I'll be learning to run the trails out there with no mountains and just warm weather. But yeah, and like I said, another 7 years left, and then plan on retiring and doing some more, I guess, focus more on trail running.
All right. So this year so far, the ultra running world has seen you at Chuckanut and now here at Lake Sonoma?
Yeah, that's right.
Trail focused.
Yeah, so Chuckanut, we weren't planning on doing that at all.
Really?
That was a last minute decision, and actually Lake Sonoma we really weren't planning on doing either. We were planning on doing Barkley this year, and
really?
It didn't work out for a couple of reasons, which
okay.
But I've deferred entry for next year, so
okay.
Barkley's on the plan for next year.
Awesome.
So anyway, without doing the Barkley thing, we decided to do Chuckanut, and then we have Lake Sonoma, and then Leadville's the next one.
Going high and going to high altitude later this summer.
Right, we'll see how it is.
Okay, so let's talk about this weekend's race. How do you feel about 50 miles? Like, your race results are just all over the board. You've run 24-hour races. You run, marathon distance stuff. How do you feel about, sort of the runnable 50-mile distance?
It's still a bit short for me,
okay.
But
I love it.
yeah, I would say my sweet spot is more 100K distance more.
Okay.
So it's a bit uncomfortable at the 50-mile distance, but I'm hoping, with the technical running to it and, the elevation change that it'll hopefully help me out with tomorrow's race or Saturday's race.
Yeah. So this part of California is known for its sort of buffed out trails, which might be a little bit different from what you're used to training in the Pacific Northwest, but there's a lot of vertical. There's 10,500 feet of climbing packed into, really runnable track for the most part. How do you feel about that?
I guess it's it'll be a little bit different than Washington, and the weather's going to make it difficult as well. But
like being hot.
Right, the warm weather will
You
be.
want cold and rainy, or
that's the best way to run. So yeah, we'll just see how it plays out tomorrow or on Saturday.
So this is actually going to be my first time seeing you race in person. What's your racing style?
So I would say the biggest thing, I learned a lot from all the races I run in, and the 24-hour running on that, it's taught me a lot. One, on nutrition, and two is pacing. If you go out I've gone out way too hard in 24-hour races and had to walk a large portion of it. So,
Okay.
so I guess I'm just a steady pace. Don't go out too fast, and hope to catch people on the back strip.
Yeah, so the race has a couple different parts to it. You start by going around the south side of Lake Sonoma, and then you whip around the north side. The north side is where there's a lot of the vertical, and the south side is where it's just more stutter steppy and a little bit more technical. So you go out and then you repeat that in reverse order going back.
Right.
I don't know your style of racing. Does part of that challenging for your style, or will that play into your strengths at all? What are your thoughts on how the course actually flows?
I guess I'm going to take it out easy and hope for the halfway point. Get to the halfway point and go up that last mountain, and then on the turnaround hope I still have a little bit of gas in the tank.
So you and your husband Steve have traveled from out of town. You're both running this weekend. Does that mean that you're going crewless and you'll be depending on aid stations along the way, or do you have crew also?
We have someone that we asked if he would just give us a bottle at the turnaround point, but that's about it.
Okay. So a little mini crew.
Right, yeah, we're pretty low maintenance, and it was just great to hear, because Chuckanuck we were completely unsupported, and we actually ran with water bottles, foldable like camping water bottles in our hand, and had to pop them open and unscrew the top and get filled with water and then keep going. And I think it slowed us down a little bit, so we're going to actually put a pre-made water bottle on one of the tables and use that. That's the plan.
That's good. My last question for you. The Lake Sonoma 50 mile is obviously a competitive early season 50 miler here in the U.S., but this place is famous for its after party, like the finish line food, beer, and then the next day wine tasting. Are you here to sort of partake in the local culture as well?
So last time we came out here, we definitely did. We did the Coppola vineyard and some other vineyards as well. We'll stay for the after party definitely, but we're going down to San Francisco for actually Saturday night into Sunday to enjoy the local brews and beer and pizza down there.
Fantastic. So you'll take in culture in your own way.
We will.
Okay, well, best of luck to you on Saturday, and we'll see you around the course, Gina.
All right, thank you.